Check 1, 2. There you go.
Yo, it's Saturday, 5 o'clock, a little bit after 5. I'm here with Carmen on this beautiful, beautiful day. We go get into some current events right here on Detroit Table Talk. We got a couple guests. We got Uncle Dub.
What up, though? Uncle Dub in the building. Herbal Tea Podcast in the building.
We got Rita D.
That's me. I'm in the house. I'm in the building, y'all.
And
Get it, beautiful.
And of course, you know, I got the co-host, the lovely Carmen.
Hey.
What's up? And we got Girl Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Girl Boy,
in the building.
Girl Boy GB on the engineer.
On the beats.
Making sure we get seen and heard.
Oh, yeah.
Shouts out to her.
So today is Saturday, and
how was
it's
your weekend?
beautiful.
I mean, how has your week been?
It's beautiful outside.
How has your week been, though?
All I can say is beautiful outside. No,
I hear that.
I was so glad to get away from work yesterday. Those poor people at work, my nerves.
I hear that.
So wake up this morning and the sun was shining. I knew it because I woke up about 3:30 and I was kind of sweating. I was kind of sweating. I was like, am I going through the change?
I think I was
My neck
getting
was
in the bed.
sweating, changing. I was peeling stuff off, and I was like, oh, it must gonna be a hot day today.
Yeah.
It's looking nice outside.
Man, it's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
You know how it look downtown, don't you?
Oh, man.
Fucked up.
That about sums it up.
Yeah.
No,
we
was beautiful.
were just downtown. We was at the Soko food vendors thing. What was it, Rita?
Yeah, they ain't even bring no fucking food. They ain't even bring us no food.
Supporting another black business.
Yeah.
That's definitely what we do.
Yeah.
We went down there, Lusciously Silk. She had invited the show out. And they had a whole bunch of different vendors. I mean, you had people that had shea butter up in there, to bath soap.
Yeah.
Pretty much probably detergent, but it looked like an old school, like not really, I won't say flea market, but I'll say it put you in the mindset of that.
Everybody was outside?
No, it was inside. They had outside too, but when you went in the inside, it was like they had like the live band playing in the back where people were shopping. The vibe felt like a Caribbean vibe. Nice. You know what I'm saying? It was real dope. Hell yeah. So man, yeah. So you know, a lot of times we be thinking like downtown, you know, the people, you know, they try to not include us, you know what I'm saying? But we got to fit in how we get it, you know what I'm saying?
Our
I
city.
see you made sure you let them people know.
Man!
This our city. We run this.
I trick in Euro too.
We run this. This is for us and by us.
That's it.
Girl, boy, how was your week?
Oh, I'm on? Oh, yeah, I can already.
Yeah, you on.
The
camera is on you.
Okay. Nah, the camera ain't on me, but, you know, I
But
did
put the camera on you first so they can see who talking.
I had a good little week, y'all. I'm blessed to be in the service one more time, you know what I mean?
Aren't we all?
One more time.
That's what's up.
Amen.
So listen, we got some topics we want to talk about.
It's been crazy around here.
Detroit been tripping this week.
Yeah.
The metropolitan Detroit area has been tripping. And I don't know what the problem is.
Man.
But let's talk about
something in the water.
I don't know if it's the water or the hot Cheetos. I go back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody like them hot Cheetos, so it got to be the hot Cheetos. But listen, this brother right here was tripping. We talking about 46-year-old Marcellus Cornell. He was arrested, guys.
For what?
For being an outside out of the box drug dealer, if I can say it like that.
I think I know who you're talking about.
This young man built a vending machine on the side of his house for some weed.
I don't really see anything wrong with it.
No,
I said it's outside of the box.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it too.
African
Innovation.
Yeah, bring some stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they sell weave in the vending machine down south. You know what I'm saying? You can buy extensions and everything in the vending machine, so why not? See, my only thing would be about what about the security of it?
Yeah.
Because somebody going to test you and see how much security you got. You know what I'm saying? So.
But see, the hood knew. But I mean, he was making $2,000 a day for the last 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And
the only
not
reason
only-
they... Go ahead,
And
I'm
not
sorry.
only was he selling marijuana out the vending machine, he was selling firearms to the locals.
Oh.
local people
Oh,
in
that's
the
where
hood.
the problem
Yeah,
came.
that's
They were smooth with the
yeah, that's where it go wrong at right there, man.
Yeah, so the ATF,
Yeah.
went in and, arrested them. And for the people who don't know what ATF is, that's the alcohol, tobacco, and firearm. They was tipped off by somebody in the neighborhood, a hater.
Yeah.
It's illegal, but
But you know what, man? I just think, man, like the weed, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, whatever you want to do to enhance or whatever you want to do with your body. But once you get the firearms, man, you get, kids, them get in kids' hands. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
Shit, it can get in the hands of somebody who kills somebody who's, related to us. So it's like, man, I'm really against the guns in the streets for real, for real.
no background check,
Yeah.
no nothing.
And were you telling me about like a little child? Somebody got shot, killed.
Yeah,
Somebody got shot. Little child.
and I don't know if that was connected to the firearms that he sold, but
Oh, no,
yes,
I
somebody
know,
was
but I'm
cleaning a
saying-
firearm and, quote unquote, cleaning a firearm and made a mistake, and the firearm went off and went through the floor and shot a 4-year-old.
See what I'm saying? Just not. I'm not saying I'm against guns because we do have that amendment, but man, we just gotta.
Now listen, I don't know if it was a brother or not, but when he got arrested, the ATF, they praised him for his entrepreneur skills.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the vending machine guy. Oh,
They
Yeah.
praised him for his entrepreneur skills. They said, but unfortunately,
You can't do
both are
this.
illegal. You know what I'm saying? So they had to do what they had to do.
They go steal an idea though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
But they're gonna get licensed for it, and it's gonna blow up.
Make it hard for us to get the paperwork for us to do it.
Yeah.
They already making it hard for the community. City council unfortunately made it even harder for the black community to participate in that venture with
Right.
getting licensed and being able to sell and grow marijuana and stuff like that.
That
They were giving licenses to pretty much everybody but us
Yeah.
But here's the thing:
Just like the construction.
we voted them in though.
and the towing.
Not us
Exactly.
per se, but
Exactly.
so we got to do
It's-
better and get out there to them polls.
So what
Vote the right people in this month.
So if you looked up on the block and you was driving down the street or you lived next door and you saw people constantly going on the side of the house and hitting a little box or whatever, and you came out, what would have been your thought process?
To be honest with you, I don't want that on my block.
I'm not having it on my block. Wherever I pay my money and I pay my rent, my bills, and my kids going to school from there, nigga, do not sell weed or nothing on my street. Because I'm going to go over there and ask you to please stop. You know what I'm saying?
Ask for something first and then tell them to stop?
No. No, but it's like because especially when you paying above $1,500, $1,700 a month, you ain't trying to be on nobody's street with no loud ass music.
That's right.
No, none of that shit. The neighbors know each other, so I think
trying to lay low,
yeah,
just chill.
and I think a lot of times it comes from us not just talking to these kids. You know what I'm saying? We be acting like we scared of them. Then we talk to them. We talking to them aggressive. So now they don't want to respond or respond aggressive.
But at the same time, a lot of these little kids don't listen.
No, they don't listen.
But you got to talk to them aggressive sometimes.
Yeah, you do sometimes.
But that's only because their parents or whoever that they're being raised by talk to them aggressively. So when someone else come and try to reason with them, they ain't trying
They
to
don't
hear
understand that.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got to talk their language.
You do. You do.
Unfortunately. Or you have to
Unfortunately.
help reprogram them that, okay, we don't have to call you out your name. We don't have to yell at you for you to understand what we're trying to convey to you. Listen, before we go on, I wanted to acknowledge the midday vibe. Brought me a plant for Mother's Day. Isn't this
Hey,
beautiful?
man, that is so nice, man. Shout out to Midday Vibes in the building.
Podcast.
Yeah.
What's up?
Man, that is so
Love
dope,
it. I
man.
love it.
I seen those plants.
Welcome to the midday
Did you?
vibe.
Man, Midday Vibes in the
They
building.
was right across the street at that lady's house. I seen them. They not
Right.
Hater.
I'm just saying.
Herbert T.
Yeah.
Herbert T. jealous.
No, we ain't.
So listen, what y'all think about Fairlane being sold?
Who still goes to Fairlane?
Not me.
I like Fairlane though. I still be going to the What's that? I be still going to Fairlane. They got a couple stores out there that, you know.
I ordered some shoes.
You don't go to
From
Fairlane?
Chance and had them delivered to Fairlane, and they could not find my shoes.
You can go out there and find. They got some nice stuff out there.
I
A couple
know, I
stores.
ordered some to Chance.
Oh, okay.
Out there, they could not find my shoes.
Oh yeah.
They had to cancel the order. I'm like, did somebody like? I can't do this. But you know what? I can't do Somerset no more either.
Why?
Because all y'all cousins is out there tearing shit up.
They are.
They
It used to be seriously. It used to be beautiful. I'm not saying it is not beautiful, but it's not beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, it's
They
but
out
I don't
there
do
stealing
Fairlane.
out the store, running through the mall.
The last time I was at Fairlane, these young men got into a fight, and it was like, it was a mess.
Yeah.
I was like, come on. I mean, the older people that was in there, they were terrified.
Yeah.
You know, they slinging each other, and you know, bags is flying, and they slipping and sliding. I was like, oh yeah, this is not.
But you know, I done been to a Tigers game where them white folks is out there fighting like a mug too, though.
But
You know what I'm
drinking
saying?
them there, that's
And
what
the
they gonna do.
Lions game.
Yeah,
And the
man.
Lions game.
Yeah, and then they all get in the car and go home together.
Was it a couple of years right before the pandemic? We went downtown to hang out, and this is just my first time. I didn't know it was allowed. When the white people, when the Caucasian people down there,
Yeah.
I didn't know you could walk around with cases of beer and stuff like that in your hand.
Yeah, they don't care.
They can.
Yeah, they can. They don't. You know, they got.
We can't, but
You
they
can walk.
can.
You can even walk down like by Waterford with the at the beach down there. You can have your drink and everything from walk down the street with the case and everything. And go
Black
to the
people
beach.
still conceal their stuff.
Man, I'ma have to. It's a habit. It's a habit.
It is. I ain't gonna say nothing to me.
Yeah, like, that's what it is.
Like,
I
what
don't
you
want.
drinking?
Yeah.
Don't worry, water.
That's exactly what it is. I don't want them saying nothing to me, bother me, none of this. So however I can conceal it so they'll leave me alone, that's what I'm gonna do.
But it
Hell
wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't like a beer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It wasn't like
You
a
case.
red cup.
Yeah,
You
you
know what
said.
I'm saying? It was like they were carrying cases
Kegs,
of Coors
cases and
and
all that.
Hennis.
They feel
What did
like
they call?
walking
What's
back.
that? I don't know. It started with an F. I mean an H.
What you mean?
I don't know. Some
Heineken.
drink.
Heineken.
Heineken. Yeah.
Heineken,
The
yeah.
Heineken.
I was like, wait, I was so shocked. I was rolling my window down like, is that legal? They was like, it is today. Do you?
Because there's a lot of other
man.
states where you can actually walk outside and have your drink.
Wow.
Vegas is.
Yeah, Vegas, you can do that.
Yeah, you can walk up the street with that
Yeah.
red cup.
They selling liquor on the strip.
So why they be trying to make you leave your drink at the table when you leave out these restaurants then?
Talking about in Vegas.
No, here.
Here,
Oh, here?
oh no,
Well, that's
there's a lot
here.
of places here too. You can take your drink to go.
Oh,
Now.
can you?
A lot of places.
I mean, well,
Oh, now.
Like
After
they
the
doing
pandemic.
plastic
That's since
cups
the
now.
pandemic?
Yeah, they doing the see-through plastic cups now. Hell yeah, so ain't no
Downtown on the little
Wow.
strip, they make you pour your drink out.
Oh wow.
straight up.
You can't walk on the strip with it. You know what I'm talking about? Little Greek town, little
Yeah,
strip.
yeah,
You can't walk
yeah,
with
yeah,
your cup.
yeah. Hell no.
That's where the casino is?
Yeah. You know where
But that's
everybody
because
be
your
at.
cousins and them be down there acting a fool. It's always a fight in that little, you know.
Yeah, it's always turmoil, but you know.
Conceal your drink.
Yeah.
Keep them concealed.
But you know what, man? I'm gonna just say this. I'm still proud of the way the city has came back,
Yes.
man. All the black businesses flourishing,
Yes.
man. I'm a #1 cheer for Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I just think that I remember when everything was messed up. You drive down a whole 6-7 mile and don't see no stores, everything. So now you seeing everything flourish, laundry mats to salons to, you know, man. So
And I like how they're building up the avenue.
yeah. Yeah, man.
I love it.
Yeah, man. So I'm loving it. I'm encouraging people to come and visit because one thing about Detroit, we not a visitor state. You either come here to get some money or you got some family here. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage people to come check us out. We off the river, you know, Canada right across there, man. Come visit, man. Come shop with us. Come buy with us. We got great black people here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Most people who have something to say about the city, for the most part, never even been to Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, they let their friends geek them up to say, oh, you know, you're not going to make it out if you go.
Yeah.
No, you going to go and you ain't going to want to leave.
Right, but you see them out of town, they be like, oh, I'm from Detroit. Then when they come here, they only go downtown for Tiger game or Lions games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, Detroit got a lot to offer, man. It's a little rough like any other city because when you take opportunity away, shit, here come the violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I love my city, man. I definitely love it. Yep.
Well, I was just gonna say that I feel stronger now that African American people, we are supporting each other.
Yes.
Like all of those shops on the Ave, a lot of people don't know. Those
Yeah.
are black owned.
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things downtown that downtown when we went down there today, African American people. A lot of people are opening up food restaurants. So if you want to support a black business, you can Google black businesses in Detroit and you can patronize their business. I mean, they have everything. So support them always.
Black people doing their thing.
They doing our thing. We flourishing, man. For real. We flourishing.
And I'm not saying you don't support other people, but if you jump over your people to support other people, you know,
You
just to think though where we come from, you know, that man, the sharks used to follow the slave ships because they used to throw us off of it. You know what I'm saying? To from that to where we at, billionaires. Who would ever thought, man? You talking about 200 or 300 years? This just show you our intelligence. It take a lot of cultures, millions of years to step, you know, come up to what their oppressors. Man, we did it in 200 or 300 years, man. I'm proud of us, man. Definitely.
That's why I'm so impressed. And I know we're not supposed to say it, but I don't care. I'm so impressed with Marcellus Cornell. I mean, he had to be arrested, but just think of the mindset that he had to have to put that business together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Vending machine, he been getting away with it for 4 years.
4 years.
Just think if someone, because I don't know if he knew how or if he had someone that was close to him that can teach him the business aspect of it as far as being legal. But just think if someone could have poured in him to make sure all his paperwork was together and he had the licenses that he needed, not for the firearms, but you know, for the marijuana or whatever. That brother.
So you know what it is? I think we just missing leadership. Even if you look at the gangs like in Chicago, like the GDs and the Blackstones and all that, these young men was 26, 27 controlling thousands of men. If we could have had that being constructive in our community, that would have been, all we missing is leadership because people as a general want to be led. You know what I'm saying? Not just women, men too. You know what I'm saying? People want to follow. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got social media followers. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of
not to gloat or put glory on illegal behavior, but think about the YBI. You know what I'm saying? Think about White Boy Rick. You know what I'm saying? The
Chamberlain brothers, Curry boys.
Curry brothers, the dudes in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Black people got some brilliant minds. They just don't have the support they need.
They don't have the resources. They don't have anybody that's backing them up. Because we always, in our community, feel like helping somebody is going to push me further back. We are just now getting
Give
over
her a
that.
clap for that.
We're just now getting over it because I have the mindset that if you support my business, I'm definitely going to support yours. But you have to sow into somebody else, and you can't be afraid that they're going to pass you up because if they a good friend,
that's right.
And this is for everybody. If they're a good friend, when they going up, they're going to pull you up too. So if you got to turn your back on somebody or you can't trust somebody with what's going on in your life, then you got to change your circle.
That's good.
Change your circle.
That's good. You know, a lot of people don't want, if you're going in the same business that they are in, they don't want to assist you. Especially if they see that inkling that you can surpass them.
They're not going to support you.
They shut you down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying some people may do it unknowingly. Maybe it's just the way that they were raised or something in them that said,
definitely.
I got to get mine before I help you get yours.
They be in survival mode sometimes. A lot of times.
Hustling.
But
when I make it to the Breakfast Club, I'm going to let them know, like,
listen.
Hey, she going, man. She out of here, man. I'm going to need a new co-host, man. She going to be gone, man. She going big time on me, man. So
I'm creating a new Breakfast Club, okay? I ain't going to their table. I'm creating my own table.
Okay. Well, we can sit at,
you know what I'm saying?
we can sit at each other's table. That's how I want to do it.
We're gonna be like, man, y'all, do y'all remember we was sitting at the table and just chopping it up? Look at us now.
It's all documented. Shit, hell yeah, man. Detroit Table Talk in the building.
We gonna take it over. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
speak it.
We taking it over.
What a lot of people are afraid of. Like, I used to be afraid of change. I got so, like, my mind was like, you know what, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And I gotta do it in this order.
Yes.
And I was afraid to change. And so now it's like I used to watch what I say, watch what I put on social media, watch who I was. And then eventually I had to say, you know what, I got gifts. And I gotta use them. And if I don't believe in myself, who's gonna believe in me? So when people say you gotta step out on faith, I truly believe that because some people walked away from their job. You know, so I mean, we gotta speak it into existence because we don't, nobody else is.
Listen, y'all, one thing about me, I'm into women's, making sure that their hands and their feet is looking good. I'm into smell good and stuff like that. And I'm saying that because I'm looking at Rita D as she's talking.
Her skin look good, don't it?
No, her skin is, she glowing, ain't she? But I love her
And I ain't
polish.
pregnant, y'all.
Polish. Oh man, she got that pregnant skin. She got that pregnant skin.
Her polish is popping.
Thank you. Girl, you know how I feel about
Upkeep,
people.
man.
I love it.
People heels is out here, listen. Y'all still downtown. Y'all still downtown and y'all been getting this sun. It's good vitamin D. Y'all know it's time to go get a pedicure. If you don't get your nails done, that's fine. But please let them wash your feet.
Listen, 365 days out the year, you can still get your feet done. Don't wait till the summer.
Yeah.
I went up to the car wash today, and it was quite a few of us women vacuuming our car out.
With bonnets on.
I'm not vacuuming my car out.
That's the problem.
If a brother,
That's the problem.
No, ain't no problem. If a brother like me, take this car and go get it clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They up there and they got on slipping, the little slip
Hell yeah.
heels looking like.
Right, because I'm single.
Yeah, if you single, you gotta do it, but
You single, you still ain't doing it.
but if I'm dealing with a woman, I'm gonna vacuum her car and wash her car. Yeah.
No. If I'm dealing with a dude, listen, when I wake up in the morning, I expect if it's snowing, my car to be cleaned off.
That's how she's supposed to be, though.
That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's how I said. I agree with you. You right. If I'm dealing with a woman, I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying, do that for her.
I saw something on Facebook where this guy
she don't stay
said,
too far? If it's close, I can do it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
said if she don't stay.
Yeah, I'm not driving in the snow to get the snow off your car now. We pay somebody, little kid on the street.
That'll be some that'll blow a chick's mind.
Straight up.
Fellas, fellas, y'all out here.
Shivery ain't dead.
even know
Don't
the
even
littlest.
cost.
Yes.
It's a lot of things that'll blow a woman's mind. If I woke up in the morning and I wasn't parking in the garage and my snow was off of my vehicle,
Listen.
that should be like, oh,
It's only gonna blow your mind until you get used to it.
Bro, then you're gonna expect it.
Then you be like,
No, you know what?
you're not
I had
gonna
a dude doing
appreciate it.
No, Drew, I had a dude doing it, and every time he showed up in my mind, I was like, he really got out his bed to come.
That's
make
amazing.
Sure that, and he didn't just shovel like, the front of the house and the walkway where my car is parked. He shoveled a path from the sidewalk
to the car.
my car.
Yeah, okay, man. Yeah, what happened to him then, Miss Carmen?
What you want for dinner, baby?
He was black.
Ribs. Give me some ribs.
He was black.
Hell yeah.
Black.
But
That's
no,
why he
that
like you said.
it's just think, you get somebody knocking on the door, ring bell, baby, bring your keys. What for? He said, go on and lay back down. I'm finna clean off the snow out there for you.
You finna give up that
See,
guy.
yeah, that's what you should be upstairs getting in the shower. Let me go ahead and lift this leg, get this nigga
How many
some.
minutes I got before I gotta be to work?
Right. Hell yeah. Get a little coffee
you the
going to
real
get him.
MVP.
Hey, the coffee get him in the house. Get some of this coffee. Come on in.
I still think
yeah.
about that young man. I'm like, man, he's a real MVP.
Hold on. Get in the camera, Miss Carmen. Tell him if you looking for me,
Baby, you can find me. She's so silly.
I'm just saying, if y'all looking for me, you can find me too.
Yeah.
Listen, while we was talking about Detroit, Detroit has started finally, seeing a double-digit drop in violent crime.
About time.
That's what's up for the first 4 months of the year.
Shout out to Detroit for the first 4 months.
First
okay.
4 months, man.
These next 4 months.
Let's do it, Detroit. We can do it. We can do it.
it.
Shout out to Chief, is it White?
Yeah, new dude. Yeah.
Chief Craig.
Craig, straight Donald Trump.
I thought the
Yeah,
lady
that
was a
nigga,
chief.
he on some other shit. The fuck? I don't know what's wrong with
Yeah,
him.
sure.
No, that's not the Chief.
Yeah. What y'all think about Chief Craig, though? Because Craig kind of cleaned the city up. What y'all think about him now?
You know what? He had a motive and he had an initiative. And
Exactly.
What I don't like about people like that is they are sneaky. They remind me of cats because you
Yes.
don't really know when they're going to attack. So my thing is, you should have just been upfront with your people and let us know who you was. And if you with some people that wanted to hang with you, we still would have did that shit.
Yeah.
But this Detroit, like Judge Mathis said.
Yeah.
the hardest, the toughest streets in the world.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of love here.
Hell yeah. He went straight Republican.
Crackhead when we see one too.
And his thing was,
Yeah.
his thing was no one asked me.
You said what is it?
His thing was no one asked me.
Was he Republican or not?
Yeah.
But he
But
not.
you in a Democratic.
We going with Auntie.
Yeah.
We going with Auntie Gretchen. We still rocking with Gretchen.
Oh, yeah, ain't nobody voting for Doug.
No, vote for dog.
I don't even think he gonna win probably like that. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hey, look.
He got some people that
He's not.
He got some people rocking with him.
Video is over. Big Gretchen won.
Okay.
She put the buck on her.
Listen, okay.
You make that.
Playing with it. And she said,
Nah,
We about to kill her.
but what?
women
We
can
going
go
for
ahead
women.
with abortions and they not gonna get in trouble for their doctor or them. You crazy? These women about to go to the abortion
We
clinic.
going with her. We don't care what none of the people to the right say.
No, but what I was
It
saying
is.
about Chief Craig is he's not only a Republican, he's like a staunch conservative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he changed on us so fast,
Flipped
man.
it.
Because when he was the chief, I was like mayor or something. He cleaned the streets up. He was all right. You know what I'm saying? He went the whole other way. So man, I don't know how it's gonna
It's
go. Like I
not
said.
in law enforcement. It's not as hard as people think it is to clean up the streets.
Okay.
You have to have a plan of community policing. And when I wonder if we can go back to Coleman A. Young Day, where residency was, it was a must. It was a requirement.
But them was some violent days though. Them Coleman A. Young days.
Not more violent than now.
Y'all don't think so?
No,
Absolutely
he let
not.
the money come
But
through.
I was about to say,
Man, YBI, Pony Down.
No, but what I'm saying
That's
if you
true.
were a police
Man.
officer, you were required to live in the community that you police.
Yeah.
So they made sure that,
But that's
hey, not on my block.
That stopped in like 96, 97.
That was it Engler?
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to live in the city in which you police. Like, first of all, okay. So for me, I don't feel like you should tell anyone where they have to reside.
Yeah.
Because it's people that's outside the city that care more about the city than the people that's inside the city. And how I know is because we continue to shoot each other.
Yeah.
We continue to hate on each other.
Yeah.
We continue to just drag each other down. And if we came together, we will be running everything. And there's some people that want to do this, but we just don't have the resources up top to do it. Because there's people on our level and levels but below us that want to see us get along. The East Side, Detroit.
But that's why I think it's important that we do the community policing, where you have law enforcement.
For all of them.
You have law enforcement connected to the community, and we're looking out for each other. Like you said earlier, Uncle Dove, ain't nobody selling marijuana on your block. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the grandmas and the granddads that they literally sat in the window and they watched what was going on?
Two things. One, everybody's afraid to get in everybody's business.
Yeah.
So the neighbors not like they used to be. So that's one thing. The second thing is grandma is auntie's age. So it's generational.
Exactly.
So there's two things that is like a negative against us. Because if I can say something to your kid, I'll be the one that's looking out for your child when you at work.
Yes. Right.
I'll be the one that's asking
right.
your child, do they need anything while you're not there?
Right.
And then you look out for me.
But
I'm liking those.
but then I say something to your kid, and here you come outside want to cuss me out and fight me because I just said something to your kid.
We gotta get past that.
I'm not chastising. I'm just telling you, dude, you about to fuck up and do something wrong. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
So please, you know what I'm saying. And then hey, you come outside want to argue with me. What you say to my kid?
Absolutely.
You just believe in exactly what he's saying. These children, you know what I'm saying. He don't want to get in trouble. I'm trying to help you. We as a community, we can't glue.
My son
You know what I'm saying?
always get mad at me because no matter where I'm at, if I'm riding through the block and I see a child doing something,
Yeah.
I'm pulling over and I'm rolling my window down. You know, you playing in the middle of the street, get out the street. Where your mama at?
Yeah.
You know, if it's stuff all outside in front of the house, toys, shoes,
Yeah.
clean that up.
You ain't telling them to clean it up.
Speaking
Okay.
of,
I be like, pick this up.
speaking of your son, when you want to play the video?
Let's do it. Let's drop it.
Video.
We'll be right back.
Hey, video coming up. Boom.
Looking forward. Taking it somewhere I've never been before. Around the world and back. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. They say the game is the same, just the players that's in it. That's why I ride with no tent, sucker, see who win it. I told my bitches it's the world. Some hoes fell off, but see I'm mashing and upgrading, and I learned from the G's. I was out here with a young, wildin' out with no patience, but I put a plan in motion. Now we rockin' and rollin'. Track suits for the days when we running the pay. Bossed up in a suit, now they running the tailor. Heavy game in my cover, if you stoppin' convincing yourself. Blind a bitch twice with my ice and my knowledge for wealth. 2-gun Jimmy on the west, I slang it to death. Got on bad waiting for Boogie, I could have nothing less. For all them days we grind, now you shine. The world is yours, my nigga, cause it's mine. For all them days we grind, now you shine. The world is yours, my nigga, cause it's mine. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Baby girl, would you ride for me? Would you ride? Baby girl, down to die for me. I'm back with the bitch, 2 Glocks and a grip, and I tell baby we gon' slide, we gon' hit you. This that first class complimentary piece shit, and I can take you to the gate, so you gotta do it, believe. Creep on the black blocks, when I quickle and I stop, treat you nigga like X. When I shut down a block, and that bitch talking shit, she can get it too. I call a spade, I'm working my mood. 22s ain't no guns, nigga, I brought the whole zoo. I call a spade, I'm working my mood. 22s ain't no guns, cause we brought the whole zoo. I call a spade, I'm working my mood. 22s ain't no guns, cause we brought the whole zoo. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she coming. My best friend, my baby. Girl, I'm telling you, man, these bitches more reliable than you niggas, man. But you know, real mafia enthusiasts, you know. Gonna work this move, whatever, however, whenever, you know. All it takes is a lot of brain power, you know. It don't take a lot of money. My best friend, my baby. Every time I call, she
It was lit. I like it.
Love that, man. That was dope. My best friend. I like it though, man.
You know what? We're gonna introduce a Detroit artist at the end of each or in the middle of each podcast every week. So if you're a Detroit artist, if you rap, if you sing, if you do poetry, you know, hit us up in Detroit Table Talk inbox. Make sure that your stuff is an MP4, so it's easier for us to download, and we'll play it. Now, we have just a few criteria. I don't want to hear a lot of cussing and all that stuff, you know. I mean, it can have some cussing because I know these Detroit guys, you know, they do their thing or whatever, but I don't want the whole song to be cussing.
No, that's right.
You know, let's be respectful, or send me the clean copy, the club copy. I don't know, the church copy,
The radio version.
the radio version. That's what they call it.
But you know, they don't want to spend that money on that. So just send us, you know, just learn how to rap without cussing so much.
You'll go further.
Yeah.
But I like cussing. I ain't gonna hold you up. I don't like no clean version.
You like cussing?
Yeah, I like cussing.
Yeah. But you know, y'all probably, you know, inviting the gospel groups too, you know what I'm saying? The singers, you know what I'm saying? Comedians, if you got some jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, the open platform, she trying to open for you guys. So, man, make sure y'all tap
I
in.
mean, we sitting at the Detroit Table Talk. We might as well invite our Detroit artists.
To the table. Invite
Let's come
them
on
to the
in.
table. Let's see what's going to happen. Definitely,
Listen,
man.
while we talking about sending the clean version, the church version, the AMC Theater, you know, it's part of the metropolitan Detroit area in Southfield.
Definitely.
Triumph Church is taking it over.
Wow.
You know,
That boy going to be beautiful. Watch.
they gonna
That
break
boy
ground.
They taking over. He better get it.
Man.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the approval of the construction, and it's gonna begin in a year, and it's going to take 18 to 24 months to get. It's going to be hot.
Next 2 to 3 years.
When do we get nervous of the power of church and religion? Is that a deep question, man? I didn't mean to ask you on your show. We can talk about it later. My bad. My bad.
No, let's
Nah, because it's
Carmen said she ain't trying to talk about this life.
no. I'll leave it alone then, man, because
No, I mean, because you know what? Matter of fact, since you brought up church, let's go with our next topic.
Okay.
This is a topic that a lot of people didn't know,
and they don't like.
and they don't like it
They,
Go ahead, talk about
I don't like it, but they don't like it for the different reasons.
for different reasons.
You know what I'm saying?
In the D.
You know, but hey, it happened in Detroit. We're gonna talk about
Crime in the D, my
it. You
baby.
know, it was on crime in the D. It was just. I don't even know how to, talk about this because a lot of times we put our leaders on these pedestals that they don't belong on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then if we address a situation, it's like, why you got to talk about our pastor? Why you got to listen?
Your pastor shouldn't have put
Second
himself in that
Ebenezer.
position.
Youth pastor was just sentenced on, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday, 15 years in prison
Should have got longer.
for criminal sexual conduct.
Should have got longer.
Should have got longer.
that's crazy.
37-year-old James Wright Johnson was at the center of a sex case inside of Second Ebenezer. And the thing that got me was, if you don't know certain people, you wouldn't have known because they didn't make it known.
Yeah.
They kept that real quiet.
When you follow religions or, whatever you follow, it tends to blind you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you put a lot of trust in people just because of the words they say and not the actions of them. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, man, stop trusting. Was it against a kid?
It was against a child.
Stop leaving y'all kid anywhere, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? With anybody.
Even church.
It don't
You
matter
know what I'm
who it
saying?
is.
For real, man.
My sons used to get so mad at me because my sons were not allowed to go in the men's bathroom by themselves. I think until they were like 12, you coming up in here.
Yeah, that's
We'll wait till all the women.
So they just got
I'm coming. Take me.
We'll wait. No.
Take me.
Mom, but that's how it was when you were a single parent back in the day. Because what y'all fail to realize, when I was a kid, there wasn't no cameras and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get snatched up in the parking lot, your ass gone.
You gone.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nowhere they seen you. So
But
shit,
no,
mama use mama bear.
I
Shit.
tell
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
if you are in a church, if you're not in a church, I don't care where you are. If you have little people, do not send them to these bathrooms by themselves. Wait till, if it need be, wait till everybody come out the bathroom. Send your sons in.
Yep.
And ask everybody on the outside to hold up. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second, my son's in this bathroom.
Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do to protect your children.
Absolutely.
But this young man right here was sentenced to 15 years in prison. 7 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct. Now, for people who don't know, let me give you the definition of criminal sexual conduct. It's a person guilty of criminal sexual conduct in the third degree if the person engaged in sexual penetration with another person and if any of the following circumstances exist. That the person is less than 13 years old, forced, coercion, sexual penetration. I mean, it's a whole list. I don't want to go into the whole list, but I just wanted to say,
It's ridiculous.
it's sad. It's sad.
And then
But listen, 7 charges of third-degree criminal sexual conduct with a person 13 to 15 years of age,
Right.
4 counts of fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct, and 1 count of assault with intent to penetrate.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and they get less time than somebody selling dope.
Yes,
They do.
Absolutely.
This is what I
You
don't
done destroyed a
understand.
child's life.
Yeah, and then make it so bad. If a child turns me on now, it's gonna turn me on tomorrow. In 15 years, when I get out, it's still gonna turn me on. If I don't gotta sell dope and I can find an opportunity to find a way to make some legal money, I can do that. But if my penis get hard from a child, it's always gonna get hard from a
That's a
child.
sickness.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how the
Out of
fuck
that.
they only get 15 years and I'm selling some keys, y'all only give me 30.
You know why they
You know
do
what I'm
that?
saying?
'Cause that
Big
ain't-
meat's 50 or 30, how many years? Like, why? How?
That ain't our color crime.
Right.
That's
See?
Absolutely.
That
That's
ain't our color
crazy,
crime.
man. That's
But
crazy.
what
man.
concerned me more is that when it was brought to the church,
They swept it up under the rug.
they swept it up under the rug
Yeah.
for a minute. they swept it up under the rug, period. But initially, he was let go of just being the youth pastor and then put in another position in the church.
Wow.
So it wasn't like he was fired and taken off payroll.
Yeah.
You know?
But see, what we can't forget is church is the business of religion. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame the church. It's just going to move according to how it can make its next dollar. The religious part is what, fuels that. So not saying
And
church
then
is
there
about
was
money, but
there was some alleged money that was put on the table too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying, well, the pastor don't have nothing to do with that. Let me educate you.
Pastor has
There is
something to do
nothing
with
that goes
everything.
on in the church that the pastor don't know.
Everything.
I could believe that.
There's no checks that are signed without the pastor knowing. Now, he may have someone else on the check with them, but they can't just sign it by themselves.
Yeah.
So it has to go through the pastor. Matter of fact, most churches have board members. So it has to go across the
board.
table to the board. So somebody knew. And I feel like if they knew, and I read a statement that the pastor put out, on behalf of the church, that, due to human resources and, having to keep stuff confidential. No. Yeah. And I understand that if you learn something and it's for, if I tell Dro something and he's on the board of the church and I'm the pastor, I can tell him based off of he needs to know this information. Right. But they're trying to make it where the congregation has no right to know this information.
Right. But see, I think we at this table looking at it as a moral thing. You know what I'm saying? If you did some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, which is crazy, we just gonna talk just layman terms. You did some crazy stuff that happened with a kid. You know what I'm saying? If this story get out, it's gonna kill the church and the integrity of the church and the people that's coming to the church.
Exactly.
We helping and doing. We building homes. We being ALC homes. We building homes where kids runaways can go to. We got schools going. We got all this to lose because you made this mistake.
Right.
As pastor, I may got to make a conscious decision like, hey, y'all, I know he messed up, but let me slide y'all this bread because we helping a lot of people in this circle, and we don't want to kill this. So I'm just saying from another point of view.
Sacrifice our children.
No, I'm not saying sacrifice.
To save the bread, to keep the bread rolling in.
No.
We're not talking about no little itty bitty church in a.
Now we talking about mega boy. We talking about mega church. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
When this happened,
he should have cut
get
tabs.
the heck out.
He should have cut
Absolutely.
tabs.
Period.
Yeah.
Not just get out. We call it law enforcement, and we're gonna make sure that law enforcement know right then and there.
Hold on,
and then we're gonna escort you to the nearest exit.
We talking about mega church though. You know what I'm saying? It may be, hey bro, I'm gonna give you 50,000. You go, and I'm gonna help this family off with some money. You know what I'm saying? $500,000. You know what I'm saying?
That
probably what was happening.
Because we helping families. There's families that can come and eat before they go to work at our facilities.
But then
you
with
see what I'm
stuff
saying?
like that, he went. As soon as he left there, he went and started another church.
So I have a question.
That's crazy.
I have a question because, I'm kind of like in the middle with this because I was brought up and raised in the church, but I also was brought up that nobody is before me and that I still have to, know that this person that's leading the word is still a human being.
Absolutely.
So would it have been different if this was a member of the congregation and he was not a youth pastor?
No, it would have been the same.
Okay, because I get what WJ is saying because running multiple businesses and having things in your name and having like that overpower who you are as a person, because Second Ebenezer is just not a church that no one knows. So I'm sure there's some things that's been done in the Potter house. I'm sure there's been some things that's been done in the Tanker's house. And guess what? We as a congregation and we as a people, we don't know. You know why? Because it's swept under the rug because they got the resources. Now what probably happened was whoever was in on what was going on probably was with the whistleblower for this alleged accident that happened with the youth pastor and said, you know what, I'm gonna tear this church down because I know y'all doing wrong.
And the sad part about it is, unless you
that's my thing.
Right.
Watch how many more come out. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you supposed to cut tab. It's a business.
It's a business.
If you running a business, anything that's
but that church is liable and they can be sued.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But guess what? Guess what? Though, if I would have gave you that $1 million and the story never got out, now I'm saving myself from these 5 other stories that's about to come in this next month. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody know about nothing.
To me,
it's not I'm hiding it. I'm protecting the bigger.
To me, that's why it's so important that integrity and character plays a big part of it. You can't say that you are walking in the image of Christ. And this stuff is okay.
Yeah, but you think it from the religious part of it.
Like, no sin is greater than the next sin.
Exactly.
That's what you think of anyways when you think about
But
leadership.
unless you have
R. Kelly music out here, come on. Now.
I mean,
Unless
church
you
is the
have
business
worked-
part of it. Y'all
But see,
thinking about the
a lot-
religious.
But the sad part about it is, unless you've worked in leadership and you're behind, the curtain, the congregation don't get to see a lot of stuff that unfolds.
It's not privy
Not a lot of stuff.
because it's a business.
I've worked, oh my God, I've been in ministry for I don't know how long. I was an armor bearer for I don't know what, 15, 20 years. I got to hear and see things that I never thought I would hear or see.
Did you take it to the congregation?
people.
Or did you play your role and stay in your lane?
I played my role and I just prayed.
if you-
but
That's
it
what those
ate
people at
my.
Second Ever News
But it was
is doing,
nothing.
did.
It was nothing that would.
Have hurt or the integrity of people?
Incriminating.
No,
It was nothing that would put me in a place that I would have to make a decision because it's always going to be the decision of a child.
It just you know what it's just
I think it's different because it is a child, because people are stealing from the church every day, but they're not harming children.
Yeah,
But when I know stuff like that,
sin to
I'm
sin.
bringing it to the leader like, hey, what's up? We ain't supposed to be on this
I
level.
feel like if you that type of person, or if I'm that type of person, because I probably might tell too, law enforcement, because me taking it to the leader is going to do what?
Yeah.
I have to make sure that I am protecting the next child.
Yeah.
So for me to go to the leader, guess what? He's still human too. He still got to get out on his
But
knees
that's
and pray
why
as
we
well.
can't always have yes people at our table, and that's where a lot of us leaders, we miss it. We have a lot of yes people in our faces. We don't have anyone that will hold you to
But
your
you
feet
know
to the
who
fire.
accountable.
Shit, bro.
And say, hey, or go against the grain and say, hey, I know this is the way that it usually is, but let's do better. Let's do better.
But it's not a lot of kings out here that want people in their circle that challenge the kingdom.
But what I
You know what I'm saying? So
They usually put people in leadership that will go along with their kingdom.
I feel like
that's
what
why
I
they
get
fall.
upset is-
Exactly.
All of them.
Yes.
What I get upset about is all of the accusations and the speculations. Like we said this man got 15 years, but we still putting it on the pastor. We still putting it on the people that knew. Like my thing is, guess what? As a citizen or a human in the community, you cannot. I don't know human behavior. I can't predict human behavior.
Yeah.
So why do I have
Or
to get
deviant behavior.
crucified because this is my church?
Can I ask
We
y'all?
don't know what happened.
Can I ask y'all this?
About to close up.
We about to switch off this because this can go on for hours. What you think about the Kevin Samuels?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Kevin
I mean, no
Samuels.
disrespect to him because
Kevin
I
Samuels, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Kevin
So,
Samuels, man.
He was not somebody that I was a fan of,
Yeah.
but I respected that man's opinion because I have an opinion and everybody not gonna
Yep.
agree with me. So for people to just be bashing
Yes.
this man on social media and saying like this is what he did and he was against women and things like that, and that's okay.
you think the lady did that to him?
No, he just had an accident having sex, Heart beating, probably was off the coke. We gonna find out probably allegedly. Yeah. It's gonna be something to it, but man, rest in
He
peace.
spoke his truth. He spoke his truth.
He
and what
spoke his
he
truth.
felt. He
And
spoke his truth.
I believe the same as Rita D, that his opinions wasn't popular among people, but it was his to have.
It was.
We should all.
I've only seen maybe a 5-minute clip of his once or something like that. I didn't like it, so I didn't support it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we had a
I
whole
don't
show
really have
about
an
him.
opinion about him because I didn't make him famous. It wasn't my clicks or my likes. When you come from such a side where, especially with me, I don't care if you're a man or you're a woman. If you're constantly downing an African American woman, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
I don't think it was down and dope, but I'm listening to you though.
I
You
think
think it was?
that the way that he presented it, it appeared that it was always something negative to the black woman.
That's what's up.
Now, I was always taught as a kid, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. People can receive stuff if it's given to them in the right, the right manner. So
still
I
don't-
say rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I'm praying for his mother and his family, his children, his ex-wives.
See, y'all still want to thumb down on the bag, man. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, man.
Rest in peace,
Man.
it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
Dub.
But yeah, I'm gonna give my little last shout out, man, to Uncle Dub, man, Herbal Tea Podcast, man. We come on 7:30s on Sundays. We appreciate being on Detroit Table Talk, one of the best podcasts out here, man. That's why we feel so comfortable. It's like we at home. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thank you. We like, share,
But we can't
support.
wait to get home.
It's
'cause we
free.
good.
Yeah.
Right. Ain't nothing like being at home.
Ain't nothing like it at home.
man.
You miss your bed.
Yeah. But thank y'all. And happy Mother's Day to you.
Oh yeah,
you,
happy
thank you.
Mother's
Thank
Day
you,
to the
thank
mothers
you.
out
Happy
here.
Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Next year we'll be on board with the Mother's Day. This year it was
Rough.
too much. It was rough.
Yeah.
My mom had just passed, so
My
I
mom
was
passed too.
My
Rest in peace.
condolences.
Hey man, and big ups to the people who don't have a mother that's going through it this weekend, man. Still smile, still shine.
I'm finna mess it up for them though, Dub, like they be doing us. Happy Father's Day on
But
Mother's
hey,
Day to
no,
the
for
single
real.
fathers. out here that's doing it.
Look, here come the comment.
Let me tell you something. The devil is a lie. If you're a mother, you're a mother. You
Yeah,
ain't
you're
the
a-
father. We
yeah.
are not giving you that accolade.
Yeah, man.
I'm just
You know,
joking.
it's
I'm just
you a
joking.
mother, you a mother. You're not getting no
So
happy
treat your
Father's
mother
Day.
with some respect. This Mother's Day.
Everybody.
Love her. Pick up the phone, call her.
Yes.
And
Reach
it's
out.
And it's a beautiful weekend.
And I
Take
got
her
my
out.
pearls on.
Yeah.
Got the pearls on.
I got my pearls on.
GB.
Pearls
GB, we
activate.
appreciate you. Doug, we appreciate you. Rita D, we appreciate you. Miss
Man,
Carmen.
appreciate it, brother.
I'm in and out
It's
of
always
town,
a
so
pleasure.
I can't always be here like Doug. Doug, he about to leave me for table talk. Hey.
Detroit Table Talk. Every
We
signing the
Saturday at
contracts
5
now.
o'clock.
Listen.
I ain't going
We're
nowhere.
here every Saturday, 5 to 6. Sometimes we start a little bit after 5, but we're getting better in that area too. You know, because we want to be
We
on
always
time,
on
people.
time. We always
You know, but
on
thank you
time.
to Herbal Tea
look at our church,
Podcast.
though.
Thank you to the Midday Vibe.
Hey.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Hey.
Peace.
Peace.
He said, look at
Pearls.
He said, look at the hoop.
He said,